invited to participate in this clinical trial with Brighton and Sussex Medical School and the NHS. In this trial, you'll receive a novel body-based therapy against anxiety, which we developed in recent years. You will complete all sessions in this trial in your home with special equipment that will be sent to you. Because this is a clinical trial, you'll be randomly assigned to one of two trial groups. One of these groups is self-guided, which means that you will get detailed instructions on how to use the equipment and what to do in each session. Or you will have a psychological wellbeing practitioner, PWP, to guide you through the therapy on video calls. Our research has strict criteria of who can take part. We will check in 2 steps if this clinical trial is the right fit for you. If our criteria do not match to you, you'll still be offered the same treatments as anyone else in the NHS service. Before you decide if you wish to participate in this clinical trial, we will explain why we were doing this research and what taking part would mean for you. Please take time to listen to the following information carefully and discuss it with others if you wish. Please contact us using the details on the screen if there's anything that is not clear or if you would like more information. We are determined to make our trial as accessible as possible. To do so, we have ensured that we have budgeted money so we are able to accommodate your needs. This means that we are able to do things such as hiring interpreters if English is not your preferred language, arranging and paying for childcare, technical IT support such as helping you to connect your tablet to the internet and sending you a SIM card for internet if your Wi-Fi is not strong enough. Please get in touch using the email address on screen if there's anything else that we can help you with. Our bodies influence the way we feel and react. When we are feeling anxiety, the things that we feel in our bodies, such as our heart racing, can make the experience even more intense and uncomfortable. We therefore developed a new therapy that is based on teaching people to better understand and control the bodily sensations that we often have during anxiety. This therapy is called Aligning Dimensions of Interoceptive Experience, or ADIE. Interoceptive experiences are all the things we feel in our bodies, such as racing heart, sweaty palms, or feeling hungry. ADIE therapy can be used at home via a digital platform, which is called HeartRater Clinical. In this clinical trial, we have 3 goals. First, we want to see if this new therapy could be part of the standard treatments that are offered in NHS mental health services. Secondly, we want to test if patients prefer to receive our therapy with an online therapist there with them, or if they can also use it by themselves. This means you have a 50% random chance of receiving ADIE with a therapist or using it by yourself. Lastly, we want to make sure that HeartRater Clinical is as inclusive and easy to use as possible. If you take part in the trial, we will send you a heartbeat sensor, a blue box, ECG cables and stickers, a tablet with the HeartRater app installed on it, and a manual with user instructions. This research is funded by the Medical Research Council. It is organised by researchers in the Clinical Neuroscience Department at Brighton and Sussex Medical School, together with several NHS mental health services. You have been invited because you experience anxiety and self-referred or referred to an NHS mental health service that is currently offering ADIE therapy for our research. It is completely up to you if you want to join the trial. If you decide that you do not want to take part, or if you want to stop the trial at any point, you will still be offered the same treatments as anyone else, and there will be no negative consequences for your medical care. The flowchart that we are about to display on the screen explains all parts of the clinical trial. Please pause the video to read it, but we will explain each stage of the process now. For the pre-screening, we will ask you some short questions so we get a better idea of whether the therapy is the right fit for you or not. You can complete this online or with someone from our research team on the phone or in person. If you complete this online, you'll be contacted by someone in our research team about the results. If the study criteria match you, we will ask you to complete a more detailed eligibility assessment. We will ask you to provide informed consent before you give us more information about your anxiety, your physical health, and your mental health in general. This can be done on the phone, in person, or via text chat. If you are eligible, you'll be randomly assigned to receive ADIE therapy with an online therapist or by yourself. This means that you have a 50-50 chance of being in either group. We use specific software to do this so that neither we nor you have influence on which group you're assigned to. We will then ask you again to sign a consent form where you declare that you understand what your participation in the trial involves and consent to taking part in the trial. This can be done on the phone, in person, or online. Then, we will send you the necessary equipment in the post to complete your baseline assessment. This will include detailed instructions on how to use everything, a tablet computer and a sensor to measure your heartbeats. The sensor is a research-type electrocardiogram, ECG, with 3 leads that you can attach to yourself to your upper and lower body. For the baseline assessment, you will use the software on the tablet that guides you through the different steps. You will be asked to complete 2 tasks to test how well you can detect your heartbeat in your body and a range of questionnaires about your anxiety, emotions and other experiences. Then you will have therapy sessions 1 through to 4 in which you will use the HeartRater clinical equipment. You'll be asked to try and detect your heartbeat and receive feedback on how you are doing. This can be difficult in the beginning but will get easier with each session. You will complete 1 to 2 sessions per week, depending on your preference and availability. We recommend 1 session a week in line with current NHS practice. After this, there is the midpoint assessment. We will ask you again to complete the 2 tasks from the baseline assessment and fill out the same questionnaires. Therapy sessions 5 and 6 are the same as therapy sessions 1 to 4 and will be followed by the endpoint assessment. The endpoint assessment contains the previous questionnaires and some additional ones. Once you are finished with everything, we will arrange and pay for the equipment to be picked up from your home by a postal service. Then there will be a clinical assessment. You will meet online with a therapist to discuss if you feel you need additional help with your anxiety. If you do, you'll be offered more services in the NHS mental health service. This meeting is confidential and the research team will not be informed what you discussed with a therapist. Then there is an optional interview about the trial. If you want, you can take part in an interview about your experiences with the trial, where we use your feedback to improve ADIE therapy and HeartRater clinical. You will meet online with a member of the research team or have a text chat with them and be asked questions about your experiences. The research is designed to help with symptoms of anxiety and may help you with your experience of anxiety. You will also help us to learn more about the treatment of anxiety for patients in the future. We will also offer a reimbursement of £10 an hour for the time you spend on the baseline, midpoint and endpoint assessments. This will be a total of £55 or £65 for 5.5 or 6.5 hours of assessments, depending on whether or not you take part in the interview about the trial. We will process your payment when we receive the device back. Learning to feel your heartbeat more precisely can make some people worry about their heart health. If you think you may become more anxious by feeling your heart better, this therapy may not be the right fit for you. Although the device uses ECG to measure your heart rate, its purpose is only to deliver ADIE therapy and not to notify you if there are any irregularities in your heart rate and heart rhythm. The research tests that we do as part of the eligibility interview and assessments are not for diagnostic purposes and they should not be considered an alternative to proper medical consultation. However, we review your heartbeat and questionnaire data for irregularities and sometimes our tests may suggest a clinically significant issue. If this is the case or you need further tests, your GP will be contacted in the first instance. The GP will then contact you if further tests are required. If you have any concerns about this, please contact the research team using the details on the screen. If you feel acutely unwell, please contact your GP or emergency services. We will need to use information from you for this research project. The information will include your initials, name and contact details. People will use this information to do the research or to check your records to make sure that the research is being done properly. People who do not need to know who you are will not be able to see your name or contact details. Your data will have a code number instead. We will keep all information about you safe and secure. You can email the study team to find out about how we use your information. Once we have finished the study, we will keep some of the data so we can check the results. We will write our reports in a way that no one can work out that you took part in the study. You can stop being part of the study at any time without giving a reason, but we will keep information about you that we already have. We need to manage your records in a specific way for the research to be reliable. This means that we won't be able to let you see or change the data we hold about you. If you agree to take part in this study, you will have the option to take part in future research using your data saved from this study. You can find out more about how we use your information by contacting the research team. You are free to withdraw at any time and without giving a reason. We ask that you let us know if you wish to withdraw so we can arrange for your equipment to be picked up at your home by a postal service. If you withdraw from the study or do not want to join the study, this will in no way affect the standard of care that you receive. We will also be happy to discuss with you what will happen to any data that's been collected up until the point of your withdrawal from the study. Once you have finished the trial, you can still withdraw your data up to 2 weeks after your clinical assessment. The results will be statistically analysed by the research team and published in a scientific journal. We will also write a lay summary of our findings. You can ask for a copy of these. If you have any concerns about any aspect of this research or complaints arising from your experience of the trial, you can ask to speak with the research team who will do their best to answer your questions. Any issues with the device or app itself will be measured separately. The contact details of the research team are provided here. Alternatively, you may wish to contact the University of Sussex or the NHS using the details on the screen. Also, if you experience any unexpected illness and have to visit a healthcare professional, please email us. This research and the HeartRater device have received regulatory approval. If you have any questions, please contact us. Brighton and Sussex have insurance in place to cover their legal liabilities in respect to this study. Thank you for watching this video.